to a larger failure in due course. And so we need to attend to the small problems. And I'll give you an example of this. So aircraft carrier, in this case, the USS Carl Vinson, a mechanic working out on the deck finished a repair job at an aircraft and couldn't account for one of his wrenches, couldn't account for a spanner. Now, spanners and jet engines don't necessarily get along terribly well. The possibility of introducing a spanner into the turbine intake of a jet engine is actually pretty catastrophic. And what you have is an environment on an aircraft carrier where you have high-powered aircrafts running at full thrust, where literally throwing a spanner into the works could lead to potential loss of an aircraft, certainly potential loss of personnel, and possibly the entire aircraft carrier itself, depending on how that actually played out. But think about this as the person that lost the wrench. You're on this giant aircraft carrier. You have hundreds of people around you, you have flight operations going on, and you can't find your wrench. What do you do? Because if you actually raise your hand and say, there are very real consequences to that statement. Immediately, first off, all flight operations cease. No takeoffs, no landings. And the next thing that happens is what's called a deck walk. What that means is every available hand gets up on the top deck of the ship and searches inch by inch, foot by foot, that entire ship until the offending piece of material, the wrench, is found. And that's what actually occurred. Now, you think about the consequences of being that person that caused all of that to happen. Not something that most of us would be terribly comfortable with, and often would be fearing the consequences of, because it's time